So good afternoon, everyone. So I think we're here today to talk about something that sits at the heart of retail today. It's how we balance people and technology together. I think we'll all agree that retail at the moment is in one of the most disruptive moments we've ever seen. Consumers and customers expect convenience, personalization, value, and they expect it immediately. Technology like AI, automation, data analytics are just advancing as fast as they've ever done before. And we've got a great set of panelists here today to really tell us about whether tech will replace people, if it will replace people, and I don't think it will. I think it's going to all be about how the leaders we have here today build the cultures that are available to adapt as fast as the technology is. So I want to start this off with Aditya. Now, Aditya Titan, who you work for, has been a global pioneer in bringing heritage and innovation right the way together. How do you and the company see traditional retail businesses balancing those legacy values with the need to adopt new technologies and attract that younger Gen Z talent?
Thanks, Adam. I hope I am audible. I'll start with a quick introduction. As you were mentioning just before we started, I head the jewelry retail business outside of India. India is our home country, and that's where we have a huge presence. But the fun part is outside India, there are 199 more countries. So that's my landscape. There is another introduction which was given there. There is this body in Dubai called as IBPC. So I also am a co-convener and mentor at the retail forum there. So coming back to your question, I think I'm very proud to be part of the retail community. For one simple reason, it's ever evolving. Every single day you meet one new retailer or one new customer of a retail, you realize it is changing and it is changing very fast. There are new technologies coming in, there are new ways of working which are coming in. And there is always a choice whether to adopt that or to resist that and cling on to what are the good practices of the legacy businesses. Now, I have a third choice, which I personally follow, saying, why not lead the retail change? Why not be the driver of that change? And for that, fortunately, for last 12 years or so, I have been in retail. But before that, I used to work in the technology space. I used to be an advisor to CIOs in the technology space. And having worked in both the places, the question that who should really lead, whether it should be the retail player or should it be the technology player who should lead this change, for me the answer is very simple. Whosoever can add value at any space of the value chain of retail, it need not necessarily be at the front end. It could very well, and we were just listening to the keynote speech, it could very well be at the warehouse side. It could very well be at the production side. So that's the beauty of it. And I'll probably take one small example from the jewelry space that I come from. So typically to design any new product, let's take a finger ring. And what it used to take designers almost 3 to 6 weeks from a concept. Imagine a simple ring that you want a flower-based ring, a flower-based design. And they'll keep creating that, keep rejecting, throws papers and whatnot. That was the history. But today with the AI, you can actually give a voice command saying, look, I need a clover-shaped, gold-based, and I need a ruby ring in this ruby stone in the center, and give me certain options of the design. And I've seen some of those AI-based products. It gives you within 11 seconds. It gives you various options. And then you can choose 1 or 2 options, keep refining it. So the process which used to take huge, almost months, can actually get crunched to minutes. And that's the power of AI. So for me, in this changing scenario, I would say and let me cover one more aspect, since we are talking about the people also. It is generally seen that youngsters are adopting technology faster. But if we combine the brain of the experienced artisans, the craftsmen, who have given their years and years to practice a certain craft, and if they are able to sit alongside a youngster who is digital first, who is able to use those technology, and imagine the power it can create when both of them sit together and then come out with the new products. So if legacy is the compass, technologies are really the wings. And any player who can actually combine both, balance both, can really lead the front.
No, that's great. Thank you so much. I love the piece around allowing the team to dictate technology change no matter where they are across the journey. I think that that's so important in today's day and age that we don't just let the CEOs define it, we really give the opportunity to everyone. So switching from jewelry to property, Engineer Faisal, you lead Andalus Properties. From a property and a mall perspective specifically, I think physical retail, as we've seen over the last few years, is really being reshaped by the digital expectations of the consumers today. So how do you see the retail developers of today in enabling the next wave of retail transformation?
Yes, first, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks to all of you attending this, and it's really my pleasure to be next to this highly panel. I'm Faisal Al-Nasser. I'm the CEO of Al-Andalus Property Company. We are a commercial property company in Saudi Arabia where we invest, operate, and develop commercial properties, mainly in a malls and others. So we do have a malls, as we have a malls and we have a commercial buildings where we, our tenants is a retailer. As you know, this is a pure physical journey. The people going to the retail is a physical journey. So what we can do from technology perspective to help our tenant and our customer at the end is the following mainly. Mainly, you need to build for them something that have a excellent infrastructure, technology infrastructure for them. So ensure they can utilize the technology to help the tenant in getting more customer. And the second things, all what you can work related to the AI by ensuring you really have supporting them from the people who's coming in, who are the customer of your customer, which is, they are the most important to ensure they can provide their services and their products to them as much as they can. So the studies we do through AI, the studies of understanding the number of people coming, what's their expectation, all of that is important. Also by ensuring you provide to them a proper tenant mix. The retailer, each shop of retail is depending on the others, on the mall, the other tenant mix. Having the proper tenant mix, ensuring that the customers, especially the families, are coming to that location will ensure that this customer, tenant are getting their customer next to the shop and getting what they're trying to sell to them, its own product. Very important things, everything you should do as a partnership with the retailer in the commercial property. At the end, it's a full partnership. It's a relation that's on win-win situation. You need to be close to the retailer and the tenant, very close, ensuring they can sell as much as they can so they will be able to pay you your fees as a rent or other or something like that. So the partnership will play the most. And whatever you will work on implementing the technology in either PropTech, enhancing the property, enhancing the utilization, greening others, at the end will reach to the tenant themselves, additional to the functionality of ensuring more people visiting them as an overall property.
No, I love it, and I think we all agree that malls are just now becoming destinations. You go there in the morning, spend the whole day there, watch a movie,
Yes.
and
It's
really...
it's a family journey.
100%.
Yes.
Mustafa, you're the guy that technologies and CEOs love and cashiers hate. You guys pioneered really scan and go technology in retail. I think we can all agree with that. But what barriers today do you see retailers struggling with in adopting this automation? And how can the leadership in these companies really overcome this?
Look, we started 10 years ago, right, with Scan and Go versus today. There's a very different view from the retailer side, right? It's almost understood that it will be there. I remember back when we started in the UK, Sainsbury's still didn't have contactless payment terminals, right? They were still trying to resist that change. And you see that with any new technology, right? There is a change, there is the resistance naturally that people will feel whenever you make any change, right? We recently updated our logo after 10 years, and we still have people who are like, oh, I like the older logo. That's always going to be the case. But what is important is the ability to see the value and the reason why, right? That's what I feel is being done really well by some retailers in particular who've set up a really good structure to be able to pilot and learn the impact of the technology. Right? Because we understand these are all for-profit businesses, right? Retailers, they have to see a clear benefit in either being able to make more money because of a technology or being able to save money because of a technology. Everything has to eventually boil down to that, right? It might be starting with the level of customer experience, that's true, that's the impact, but the customer experience has to eventually translate into money. Right? And that's what's important for a retailer. This is why I believe most of the time the technology changes that retailers are making are often too slow, right? Because there's such a big investment up front. They think about it for so long because they have to go for a big move, right? They have to go for a big rollout. And sure, people may be piloting, but if the pilot itself takes 6 months to start, you've already lost your edge, right? You've lost the value and how quickly you can start. And yes, retailers in the past used to be very used to doing that with large ERP deployments and large POS deployments, but there are ways to now do that where I've seen the best cases of retailers who've actually picked specific stores of their portfolio that they will always use for pilots and have a tech stack that is integratable to new technologies very quickly. Right? Because they understand that that will be modular. The technology you deploy in your stores today, the technology we were deploying 10 years ago, is not nearly enough for what is needed for the future, right? 10 years ago versus today, if we'd not kept innovating and changing and deploying new versions, we'd become obsolete, right? And the same thing for any technology we deploy in our retailers today, we will need to keep upgrading. But if every upgrade takes years of time and millions of dollars, there's no point. Right? You won't see the real value. So I do think that aspect, and every retailer, in my opinion, should work on that in terms of how to do deployments. Then, whether that's self-checkout, whether that's a new loyalty program, a new AI tool for your staff with clienteling, whatever it is that you want to deploy, becomes much easier to do so.
No, I think you're 100% right. Speed to market is, I think, the number one goal for any of us working in the retail space. The quicker we can get out tech, the better it is, and the more we can start realizing those profits immediately. So I'm just going to go to Bruno to my left here. Bruno, in F&B retail, I think customers' expectations are evolving all the time. I used to telephone people to get food. Now I just go on my apps. But how do you see technology and operational agility really helping to improve efficiency without losing that human touch?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Bruno Belaish from Glory Global Solutions. We are a global company operating in 150 countries, serving solutions for retail, F&B, food and beverage, gaming, CIT industry. So it's an interesting question because in F&B, technology is part of the business every day. And we don't see technology as the goal, but as a tool. Basically, the technology should help to free staff, to allow them to do their business, but also to avoid all these awkward moments you can have in a F&B store. Let's imagine we are all sometimes using F&B brands. I'm a lover of burgers. Even if you don't see it, I'm a lover of burgers. And when I go to this shop, because of this pandemics, I used to have my smartphone, ordering on my smartphone, ordering everything on the kiosk whatsoever. But there is a point about the click and collect. Sometimes I just want to collect something and leave the store. And what's happening when you are doing this, there is this awkward moment where you are not sure that what is in the bags is exactly what you order. And sometimes you say, maybe it's missing my burger. So you come back to the counter and say, something is missing in my bags. And the staff is looking at the last interaction with the customer is something that is not really nice as a customer experience. And you are saying, oh, I need to remove the French fries. Oh, your burger is here. And if not, now to avoid this awkward moment, the F&B brand, they start to say, don't look at it, just give it back. And this is a big impact on the revenue and on the loss, because sometimes you give 2 times the burger, sometimes 2 times the fries. And you have this customer experience which is frictionless, is removed. So basically what we have done, we have created a technology that we have impacted in the biggest fast food chain in the world, which is named Double Check, which is basically based between weight and AI technology. In that case, you don't need to check the bag, because the AI will check for you and to make sure that what you are delivering to the customer is exactly what you are expecting. And with this technology, you increase the customer experience, because the customer is always good in what they get, and at the same time, you get your revenue back. You reduce by 80% of your loss in a store. So basically, yes, technology is a tool to help the staff to do their job in a better way and improve the customer experience, not the goal.
No, thank you. So I think that's a great analogy about using AI and technology not to do the job for the person, but just to check the work that they've been doing. And I think that's an amazing thing. And you're right, it's really going to help customers and the customer experience just become that much better using technology and AI. So Muna, I would like to talk to you next. You're the founder of Izzle Beauty. One of the largest beauty brands, and you built it really from the ground up, from absolute zero. What strategies, did you really put in to help empower your team, put in that culture to adapt quickly to change, adapt quickly to the way your business was shaping, and especially with the way technology is just constantly changing retail today?
Well, thank you first. First of all, I'm happy to be here. For us, adapting to agility is more than just abstract ideas, and first of all is about providing the right tools and systems that enable that kind of agility within the company, and which, when we say tools and system, we talk about technology definitely and the AI. So proudly we've been adopting fewer but bigger solutions.
Nice.
In the company, and rather than having different tools and systems that works in silos. So one of the backbones for Izzle is adopting Salesforce, not only as commerce, but as well including the CRM and the marketing. And why is that? How it was important for us? It helped us have a unified customer view, and across different touch points, including the retail. So today, even from the receptionist, from the retail advisor, she's able to have that kind of 360 degree of our customer and her journey across different touch points. How does this help? It's basically giving the insights to even the people who are who are facing the customers in the retail, to having insight about the customer and being able to personalize and advise them on the right choices. Different as well system that we've adopted, it's AI-powered footfall analysis system that we put in different stores and spas, helping us getting the right insights about our footfall, about the customer journey, and helping us getting the right decision and taking the right actions in an agile way. So we're not waiting till the end of the year to realize what's going on and right or wrong. That's on a daily basis giving us the insight to adapt, be it our merchandising, be it our conversion and understanding the journey. Other tools that we've adopted is digital analysis for skincare or hair care. That as well helped and empowered our team members and our employees, be it the customer, the beauty advisors or the therapists, to be able to advise the right product. And that gives us as well that kind of trust and professionalism to the consumers. So all in all is not only about, like just the idea, it's about having the company adopt the right systems to enable the employees get that kind of agility mindset. And yeah,
No, I think that's great, and I think the move away from traditional best-of-breed 25 systems into a single system, just people don't underestimate the overhead and the management of all those APIs and integrations across. So well done to you for forward thinking and moving forward in that way. And my last question goes to Yunus. Yunus, at SAP, you work with retailers on a daily basis, especially on AI, data-driven marketing. But from your perspective and from what you're seeing in the market, what skills do you think retail teams, both at the front and at the back, what will they need in the next 3 to 5 years? And I won't even say 3 to 5 years, let's say the next 12 to 24 months. What do they need to really fully leverage the data and the personalization that your system and other systems are giving them?
Yeah, the answer will be pretty easy. So hi everyone, I'm Younes Ben Maiz. I'm Regional Vice President at SAP Emarsys. Emarsys is a company that has been acquired by SAP 5 years ago. Actually, we sell exactly the type of technology that Muna just presented with Salesforce, but we do the same. And my belief, actually, with my kind of 20 years experience working alongside retailers across Europe and the Middle East, we work with brands like Puma, Molton Browns, Krispy Kremes, and so on, even Shein on the e-com part, is that we see what makes a difference. It's not only about the tools that are used, but it's how you use them actually. And I will also echo what Bruno said just before. The customer experience is important. It's even more important than the tech and the data that we are having, because we know that AI and data are very powerful, but if they are not tied to a real customer strategy, a real strong customer experience strategy, they fall flat. So what we are seeing today is that while brands are investing massively in AI, customers are still feeling not always understood. So we all receive some kind of personalized email where we see our first name, but not necessarily like the product that we like or the interest that we expressed to the brand. So for me, in the next few years, the key skills to develop are the ability to collaborate, of course, across marketing, tech, commerce, customer service, to use AI responsibly, of course, and finally stay focused on putting a real strategy and a strong customer experience. The brand that will do this will deliver like strong and very engaging customer experience to their customers.
No, thank you so much, and I think it's great what you guys are all doing. We've got 6 minutes left. I did have a bunch of questions which I wanted to ask the panelists, but I'm going to change it just slightly. Just because one of the questions that I had on my list, I really want to hear everyone's different opinion on it, and I think everyone should have an opinion on it. So I'll start with you, Mustafa. In one sentence, so in the next 30 seconds or less than a minute, just tell us what excites you most about retail technology in the future. And then if everyone can answer the same question, I think it'd be really interesting to see everyone's different perspectives on it.
Today, UAE specific, if I have to say, I'm very excited about the payment innovation that I see coming in the UAE market. It's one of the big problems that we've faced since deploying here is that, payment processing is really not caught up with where we are in Europe, even many parts of like Australia, US, Singapore, because it was very monopolized with very few players coming from the banks. But now the central bank has started to offer a lot more payment licenses, and you're seeing open banking licenses given to players. So I think the payment landscape within retail will change dramatically over the next, it never happens as quickly as you think, so I would say next 2 years rather than next 1 year.
Great, thank you so much. Faisal, if I could ask you.
I will answer it more from property side, if you allow me. I think there is a lot of digital initiatives. That's how we have it here, either on the retail side. So, there has become a better journey related to self-checkout or express checking or whatever type of that they said. If either they go to the property itself, so they enhance the customer journey, others. I think the biggest digital initiatives related to the malls and retail not yet came.
Okay,
Not
great.
yet. We did not
Hasn't
see it
come
yet.
yet.
We did not see it yet. That's what I think. We did not see it yet. Why? Because what we have today, I'm speaking from physical perspective. I don't speak about online. Online is a little different. What we have today is exactly what we have from 20 years with more touches, using digital, using AI, using mobiles. But the biggest change, I think we are all waiting for it, not yet came.
So we're waiting to walk into the metaverse shopping mall.
Yes, that's my opinion.
I think that's what we're waiting for. Aditya, can I ask you the same question, please?
So what really excites me about the retail and especially retail in the Middle East, larger GCC, UAE, is the power of human connection, which the retail allows. See, customer can buy online, they can buy physical, they can use multi-model touch points. But ultimately, every buyer, every single buyer, whether it is in a B2B space or a B2C space, what they remember at the end is how you make them feel. In a retail setup, if you are able to remember their smallest of the occasions, or why are you buying this product today, if you are able to appreciate that, I think that is the most exciting thing about retail. And I think the success of retail would lie in how technology can help bring this connection and make this connection even stronger.
Perfect. I hope my wife appreciates all the things I do for her, but I don't think so. Mona, could I ask you the same question, please?
Okay. So for me, basically, technology is there to amplify the human brain, the human connection, and the human touch. We are a brand that is talking to consumers, to souls, and technology will not be there to replace that, that connection. So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yunus?
Yes, thank you. So for me, it's, AI is a real partner, but we should consider that it's not a silver bullet, really. There is no magic behind. So I believe that in the right hand, it could be the best partner retail have ever had, but it really needs to be used responsibly.
No, thank you. And finally, if I could ask Bruna.
Yeah, so for me, what I would expect also is a real omni-channel vision. Today, we are not really omni-channel, even when we talk about technologies. Think about that. This is very obvious when I said this, but the new generation which is coming today, this new generation live with a smartphone. They have everything in their hand. They can do everything in 1 second. They want a pen, they just say, order a pen, done. So I want to see this also in the retail space, in the real stores. Today, it's not the case. Sometimes you arrive in a store and you see, oh no, your Fidelity card is not linked to my store, it's another one, so it doesn't work. So this omnichannel is not really true. As we said, we always say omnichannel, 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 but I don't see it. So this is what I'm expecting in the future.
No, that's perfect. Well, thank you so much to all my esteemed panelists. I really appreciate everyone giving their time, their insights to everyone. And thank you to the audience for coming out. So a round of applause to everyone. Thank you, everyone.